Hi everyone, Chris Begbie here with the Atypical Hunter. Wanted to do a review today of the Fanatic system from Sitka Gear. I've been using them for, I guess, season and a half now. I picked up a couple things last season. I guess that would be 2019, and I've sort of added to that. Started doing a lot more with the bib and the jacket, but going to be talking about today the Fanatic Hoodie, the Fanatic Jacket, the Fanatic Bib, and the Fanatic Pack. So to start off, we have the Fanatic Hoodie. It's pretty simple, but very well thought out design for this hoodie. Comes in the elevated 2 pattern. I would say it's a heavier weight hoodie compared to a lot of the things that they have, but you can wear this pretty much from the beginning of early season until late season. I typically will use this as a base layer, or if I have just a t-shirt on or something, put this over top of it. It has the normal Sitka design for the face mask, which is nice, and it has a hood, which is really great. It covers down to about just above your eyebrows, so you really only are showing, 2 inches from right above the tip of your nose to the top of your eyebrows, which is great. I wear this pretty much in all weather, unless it's super hot in the beginning of early season. But this is a great piece. It comes with a zipper for a cell phone pocket or a windage tool, something along those lines, and your typical kangaroo pouch in the front. I would definitely recommend this for people in warmer climates if it starts to get cool later on in the season, or for anyone that just needs something that provides a face cover and a good level of breathability during the season, which is great. Next, I wanted to review the bibs. These are great. I have a lot of great things to say about these. They're extremely warm. They come with your normal overalls that you slip over. They come up to about your nipple line there. They're extremely warm. Would definitely recommend not wearing these unless it's very cold outside, because if you're moving around at all or sitting, even in relatively mild weather, you're going to start sweating. It comes with the Berber fleece on the top and the back, which is supposed to be 50% quieter than most other materials out there. I can attest to that. When you're rubbing up against a tree, you're kind of like rotating when you're in the stand. It's definitely quieter than other material that I've had in the past. The problem with the Berber is it collects burrs like crazy. Even on the bottom with the material that's supposed to be burr resistant, that still collects a lot of burrs. When wearing this, I would suggest not walking around much. 1, because you're going to get hot, and 2, super bulky, and 3, material isn't super durable. One thing that happened, if you can see this here, is I got a little tear in the material. I was going through some thicker stuff and got caught on a briar, and it just tore it right up. It's not the most durable materials, so if you're going to use this, which I would recommend, I would just say use it in the stand. So what I would do now, and what I have been doing, just got a little mishap last week, is carry this to the stand and put it on when you get up there. 1, it's hard to climb up into the stand with because it's so big and warm, and 2, it's just not the most durable. The features within the bibs, though, are pretty fantastic. It has a ton of pockets and a lot of different uses. On the top, if you're wearing the bib without a jacket over top, there's a nice warm fleece pocket here. There's a zipper pocket, which is super handy for a cell phone or something along those lines. You've got a multi-pocket cargo pocket, which also can hold a ton of stuff on both legs. So you have the typical flat pocket, which is pretty deep and big, holds a lot. You have a pocket on the front, which makes for easy access for a phone or a rangefinder or something along those lines, and then a zipper pocket for more valuable stuff. Again, you have that on both legs. And on the sides here, you have a super high zipper pocket, which I love. It's great to vent out when you're getting a little warm. The way I think it's best used is for putting your bibs on when you have boots on, like thick, heavy boots on in your stand. I know I have the lacrosse Alpha Burley Pro boots, and I mean they're like Spice Girls boots. The soles on those are like 2.5 inches, and it's hard to get those through a lot of things, but with the high zipper like this, it makes it pretty easy. These are fantastic. Being in Northern Illinois, it gets pretty cold, especially late season. These are definitely a must-have. Just keep in mind that try not to walk around in these through thick stuff, and if you're trekking to and from your car or wherever you're going, either vent them with the side pocket or the side zippers, or just don't wear them because you're going to be super hot and sweaty, which is kind of the purpose. So they do a great job there. Just be aware of how you're going to use them and make sure you're using them properly. Next thing to review is the Fanatic Jacket. This is the first piece that I purchased from Sitka on the Fanatic line. I really enjoy this jacket a lot. It kind of opened my eyes to functionality that I didn't realize I wanted or needed, but then once I had it, I feel like I can't go back again. So you can see they sort of have this diagonal zipper design, which is a little strange at first, but it's actually pretty ingenious because it allows them to have the kangaroo pocket in the front, and within this pocket they have a hand warmers internal pocket. So you throw your hot hands in there, throw your hands in there. I don't really even have to wear gloves anymore. Just keep them kind of close to my body like this with hot hands if it's really cold outside, and most of the time I don't even use hot hands unless it's like in the teens or single digit temperatures, and it's pretty warm in that fleece pocket on the inside. It's got a zipper pocket on the front of the kangaroo pouch, which I'll usually keep my phone in, or keys or valuables, something like that, so they don't fall out, but they're easily accessible, which is great. On the front, they've got this magnetic enclosure which can snap and open pretty silently, which is fantastic, which would be for your grunt tube, or there's an inner pocket in here which is a great tool for holding your rangefinder. There's this little loop here on the side, which I'm not sure if you'll be able to see, but that's fantastic for securing your grunt call or your rangefinder. If you have a string attached to that, you kind of loop it through, and then when you're reaching in and out of that pocket, sometimes there's a tendency for something else to fall out, but as long as you have something on a string attached to this loop, it'll stay attached to you, which is a great feature. On top here, you have this magnetic little flap. So if you're getting hot and you want to vent and not have the collar all the way up, you can unzip a little bit. There's a magnet here and a magnet here, and that'll snap in there, and it'll give you more of an open collar, so let some heat out if you're getting a little warm. I use that all the time, especially if I'm moving around right beforehand, or the weather is colder in the morning and a little warmer as the day goes on. Kind of vent open a little bit, and it lets a lot of that heat out and allows you to cool down a little bit, which is a great touch. On the back, you have this little nice addition, especially in today's day and age where safety is definitely a top priority. There's this little flap and clasp here that you can undo where your harness strap goes through from the back. So the way I use this is I'll carry my bibs and my jacket to the stand in my Fanatic Pack, get up into my stand, make sure I'm all set up, and then throw the bibs on, and then throw the jacket on over top of that. And what this allows you to do is put your jacket on over your harness without having to, have anything weird coming out of the top of your collar uncomfortably or anything along those lines. You put the harness strap through here, and then snap that back up, and you're good to go. It's a great feature. Again, if you're there in the morning and it's cold, and then it heats up during the day and you want to take your jacket off, you don't have to take your harness off when you're taking off your jacket. You just undo that thing on the back here, take it off, and you're good to go. It has that same Berber fleece that the bibs do. It's extremely warm, extremely quiet, and it has what they say is the burr resistant material on the bottom. Same thing applies as the bibs. This is very soft, very quiet. This is also very soft and not as durable, and it's all going to collect burrs. Just don't go through burrs if you don't want them. None of the materials that I've seen have really been that great at stopping that, but if you're going to be using it for tree stand hunting, pack it into the stand, put it on when you're in the stand, and it works amazingly. Would highly recommend this. And then the last piece I wanted to talk about is the Fanatic Pack. This is the most recent purchase I've had, and they've pretty much thought of everything with this. It has that same bourbon material. There's next to zero metal on this backpack at all, so it makes no noise. It's extremely quiet. I hang it from the tree and have all sorts of stuff in here. It has a ton of pockets and holds pretty much anything you want. On the top, they have a zipper pocket, which is pretty deep. It's for quick access when you need things. I have a little, phone charger in here for when my phone's running out of battery. Makes it really easy to grab. Has this cinch on the top of the pocket here, which you can put, you know, a rolled up jacket or your bow into and hold it here, and then cinch down with these straps. And the way the straps work is you have a loop and a strap. You put the loop through, or the strap through the loop, and then tighten down, and it makes it not need a buckle to tighten or anything along those lines, which is great. The way I use this is I hang it from a tree once I get in there. You can hang it from here, or what I find is the better option is the smaller hoop when you open the backpack, and then that gives you full access to everything on the inside. The way it sits when it's hanging from the tree is also super convenient and easy to access, which is great. The pocket on the inside is huge, has a cinch strap, so once you put things in here, you can cinch it down quite nicely or open it up very easily. I'll usually keep like a decoy in there, food if it's an all-day sit, something along those lines, or either the bibs or the jacket as I'm packing in. There's also little accessory pockets in here, so you know, I'll keep binoculars or a rangefinder until I get in there. There's plenty of space. I think there's 6 pockets total on the inside, not including the main pocket, so you can organize things very easily on the inside of it, which is great. On the outside, you have a multitude of accessory pockets. This is more of a water bottle pocket on the side. It's pretty long. It's probably about 12 inches long. Has that same strap and loop system to secure without any buckles. And then there's basically what I would call a grunt tube holder on the side, something, you know, that's going to be more tubular in shape. You can slide in there, which is great. On this side, you have 2 smaller accessory pockets. So you have that strap and loop system for both of these. They look pretty small, but they hold a good amount of things. So I keep my straps in here for my climbing sticks and my stand. I can pretty much hold 4 of them in each one. So I'll keep my 4 climbing stick straps in here. Put my lineman's rope in here, along with my stand straps if need be. And I haven't had any problem with packing everything in. On the front, you have that same strap and loop system, which is extremely easy to get. Again, I'll usually put either my bibs or my jacket in here, but I have put my bow in here a couple times. You basically slide everything in here, put the strap through the loop, and then just cinch it down, and it tightens quite a bit, and it holds everything very steady. So, you know, the other day I was using it, I was biking in a couple miles, and I strapped my bow to here and had my jacket on the inside, and it didn't move around at all. It was completely quiet. The bow wasn't hanging low enough to hit a bike wheel or anything along those lines, and it was extremely easy to use. On the top part here, you have 2 more zipper pockets, which I'll usually keep my release or like a archery tool or hex tool or a headlamp or something in those 2. Extremely easy to access. And overall, I think it's just a fantastic piece. It's definitely the best backpack I've used for hunting. It's extremely quiet. The straps on the back are that Berber fleece material, and they have a good amount of padding and are extremely comfortable. And I couldn't really recommend this pack enough. Again, the material itself isn't going to be great for a ton of, you know, rough country where there's a lot of thick brush or something along those lines, so keep that in mind. But it works fantastic. Overall, I would say Fanatic system has been pretty excellent for what I'm using, which is packing into a tree stand, climbing in, and then putting everything on once I'm in there. It's extremely warm. The pattern itself is great, particularly in Northern Illinois in the later part of the season. One suggestion I would give to Sitka Gear would be to kind of incorporate more of the subalpine patterns in the whitetail line. Especially up here, we don't really lose a lot of leaves on the trees until mid-November. And sometimes, if you're not in the right spot, I feel like you can stand out if you're all brown when there's a lot of greenery around you. And I'd like to use some of the subalpine patterns more. The problem is the subalpine pattern doesn't come in any of the whitetail line. Alpine pattern on a couple of the, you know, like on the Fanatic Hoodie or something along those lines, that'd make it really easy. Overall, I've been extremely happy with Sitka Gear products and what they're putting out. If you have any questions, feel free to put it in the comments. We'll be happy to answer. Sitka is always great with answering questions and providing feedback. Please like and subscribe. Listen to the podcast, the Atypical Hunter podcast, wherever you can. And happy hunting. Thanks.